Hello. It is new sculpture day.
Yay!
Volume is not down. Hate this thing so much. Okay, I think that's got it now. Let's see. Yeah, that's got it. Nope, that's got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got my armature made for Skeletor. Cool. Should message Pain. She's not going to want to miss this one if she's just not knowing what time it is. Very excitable about the MOTU stuff.
Oh, she's there.
Nope. Hey, Pain. Proto Skeletor. Also, Mr. Burns has been in better shape. No, we were just saying we should message you in case you didn't know what day or what time it was.
So, yes, mild shit talking, I guess?
But mostly that you would want Skeletor. Yes, Mr. Burns's head. Oh, it fell off. Mr. Burns always had a weak neck. We're going to want to set your alarms for kill. Yes, it does happen. It hit Mr. Burns' advanced age. Yeah, I think I have fun idea for Skeletor. Got a little sketch I was messing with. Gonna give him a floating skull head. Yeah, because I think my version of Skeletor is a like a parasitic entity. So I know some of the early He-Man comics, Skeletor was like kind of like Hordak is this sort of interplanetary conquering figure. They sort of had that plan for Skeletor. Yes, maybe. I haven't decided exactly how Cinnabite fetishy he may or may not be, but I like the idea that he rocked up to Eternia and everybody's all like stupidly ripped out. As they are. But Skeletor was just regular sort of bony guy. So he just seized a body, cut the head off, and now he sort of puppets it around. Where's my good? Yes, that is my Skeletor plan. He may have the yoke thing with the epaulets. That might depend on how the whole hood thing sort of plays out. They certainly won't stick out anywhere near as far because those would be really delicate in ceramic, and that's no fun. So if he gets his harness thing, it will be toned back a fair bit.
How did your mold making process with Mr. Burns go?
I think it went fine. Obviously, I won't know for sure if there's any problems until I pull one later this week.
Mm-hmm.
But
how long does it take between when you finish the mold and when it's ready to start pouring?
yeah, it depends entirely on the weather.
Mm.
Well, okay, it used to depend entirely on the weather. Now with the air conditioner, it's significantly less. There are less outliers. Like if it's very dry, it will dry really fast, and I'll be able to probably could pour one in. It takes probably between 5 days and a week now. I don't think we'll have any issue with, like, well, maybe in the springtime or something, if it's cooler and drier, or cooler and really damp, but sort of not enough to have the heat on a lot. But yeah, I think the the odds of having another, like, almost month-long drying period are pretty slim now. Yeah, I would assume I will be able to pull a Mr. Burns on Friday. I cast him up on Saturday? No, I cast him up on Sunday. I think. Don't remember what day it was. But it's starting to feel like it's drying out a bit. I did end up having to add an extra chunk to account for the booty hair.
Yes, yay, spooky season.
Yes, I've seen some various reports of code oranges and opening spirit Halloweens. This is about. One thing I haven't decided aesthetically is how sort of He-Man muscly I'm gonna make this torso versus how like redonkulous bodybuilder roided out muscly. He's definitely gonna be just absolutely yoked, but I haven't decided about, like, you know, vascularity or, you know, ridiculous things like that. I mean, all the MOTU.
How does a skeleton have muscles?
Well, this one stole them. That's how this Skeletor operates.
Okay.
This bone tour.
Thanks.
This bone tour is piloting some stolen muscles. In his cool kind of floating head way. I'm gonna have his, I think his neck is gonna come to about here. He may have done. I don't know if he stole the nun's habit, or if he if he brought that with it. Like that's his binky. It's all ratty and shit. Like it's like Mr. Burns' Bobo Bear. I don't know if I'm going to do the attached pacifier. I'm going to make this one good and horror-y is the plan. If I'm going to make any of them like really goofy, it'll be if I decide to do like a He-Man or a something like that. I feel like I'm going to wish I had just a wee bit more height on this.
How tall is it
It's
with your thing?
it's about as tall as it can be.
Oh, well then, next to the usual.
Well, okay, I can trim things down. I can make the head slightly smaller. I can make sure the cowl thing. Stinkor was the skunk scented one. I believe. And clearly if I was going to do that one, I believe that character would be Skanky. Because we can't not have a MXC reference.
Ganoosh, Skanky, Baba Ganoosh.
Oh, Skanky was was their like big Muppet character monster thing. There was Guy Ledouche and Bone Tour needs a giant head, or Skanky would. The green T-Rex. And as always, Fisto is just Fisto. Yeah, I don't know how I would do I have not thought far enough ahead to have figured out Skanky yet, but but I know what he would be named. I don't make him quite so much of a trap lord. I might be able to shave a quarter of an inch off the height of the neck. That would make more room for abs. We will see. I also haven't decided on the exact shape of his hood. Oh, thanks. I was pleased with the stuff that my wife came up with for the Cyclops.
You want to? What do I do?
Payne was saying she saw the ad for the Cyclops with the different color variants. She thought it looked nice. I was pleased with your ad.
Chewie took a couple of them up to visit her dad in Elliott Lake, so they're off on a road trip, getting some time out in nature.
They are indeed. They are indeed.
So I'm working on a calcifer design for a mug, and I'm trying to decide what kind of facial expression I want to give him. Should he be smiling? Should he be like vaguely scared?
Oh. I mean, I think they really played into the kind of cowardly demon in the actual cartoon quite a lot.
Yeah, she took a gill man up too and put him out in the lake and got some video with like the waves washing up on him. Vaguely bewildered.
I mean,
Vaguely.
I don't know. That's a decent expression you've got him on now.
Yeah, because I didn't have him smile.
Yeah.
It somehow doesn't look right.
No, doesn't look as good.
Share my screen.
You did last time.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Let's see.
Oh, were we? Whoops.
Yeah, you were for a second.
Sorry. I thought it wouldn't actually do it until like I actually set it up.
No, it actually did it.
Oopsie. That's unfortunate.
I mean, it wasn't very long.
No, it's just I figured I could like play around with the settings and get it figured out and then show it.
Ah. Well, if you just want to show your image, why don't you do it the same way you do the usual? Take over a section of screen, plug it in.
There we go. So that's his smiley face,
Yeah.
which I don't know if that seems right.
I mean, it's not awful.
This feels more appropriate.
For Bone Tour or Calcifer? Because at the moment, Bone Tour's definitely got the duck face going on. Indeed. Yeah, I thought maybe. Poke straight through the armature. Oh no, whatever shall I do?
What'd you do?
Poked a big old hole.
Oh.
He does look like he's wearing a hat with ear flaps. Just very vaguely getting an idea of where I want some stuff and how big I want some stuff. Doesn't need a pom-pom on top. This is a Canadian production. He just has that big flap on the front. And it's that red and black plaid.
Toque.
I'm pretty sure that's not a toque, though.
Toque? No, a toque is just like a, what are they called? Beanies?
It's just a
Canadian, so there's extra use.
It's the, I mean, I think it is for the knit hats. Are there not knit style hats that would not count as a toque? What do you guys call the hat with the ear flaps and like the snowmobile hat? Canadian Ushanka. Okay, I can definitely shave this.
I don't know.
The risk of him going like Mr. Burns.
Apparently, so Ushanka is the Russian fuzzy ones.
Yeah.
Trapper hat, bomber hat.
I mean, trapper hat, maybe I would believe. I think the Canadian ones basically are the same pattern as an Ushanka. At least some of
They
them
just
are.
don't make it all for.
Ushanka aren't either.
No.
No. They're usually fur lined. A lot of them are like puffer jacket down. I'm really putting a lot of stress on this. Super cheap and cheesy. Oh yeah, Kil's going.
Really? Does this smell?
Like, what smells funny? Because there's a lot of wax resist in that thing.
It is. I feel like that.
You like that smiley face?
You see it as a smiley face?
I guess smilier. No neck for you, Bone Tour. Nope, I think I'm gonna... Whoops. Just fuck my shit up.
What'd you do?
There's no way I tore a big hole in the armature again. I wouldn't do a silly thing like that. I am a professional.
It doesn't make me smile.
So we're gonna do that. I don't. Oh, there is a alien, like xenomorph alien
Oh, that.
on Prime, I think it is. I don't know. I'll probably watch some of it, but we'll see. We have the other. We have Canadian Hulu. Because Hulu is what carried South Park too.
Oh.
So
Maybe Prime.
Well, yeah. Might be Canadian Prime. Hulu really isn't a Canadian, like, Hulu isn't a thing in Canada, so there's another version. It might be Crave. I don't know. Also, I'm just not. I don't trust movies made into shows. Canadian Hulu as well. As far as I know, there's no Canadian Hulu. I guess they may have started one up at some point. But I know for quite a while Hulu wasn't available in Canada because it's owned by
Well, we don't. Not everything has a direct equivalent. So, like, sci-fi, there's like this.
it's a Space Channel.
Space Channel. You guys had MTV. We had Much Music, but not everything has a.
Yeah.
So I don't think Hulu has a direct equivalent. Like, we have different streaming services. Some of the stuff, like, it's licensed, but not everything.
Yes. I mean, I'm sure it's available somewhere in Canada.
I don't know.
But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
Probably true.
You
Probably do have access to this answer.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna get too worked up about it. It's gonna turn into another Walking Dead. Wall-to-wall drama llama with a friggin' alien every 4 episodes.
Walking Dead?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, they have zombies.
I
No, I don't know that. I just suspect that. It could be cool.
You don't know.
Be cool.
You don't know.
It could be. From the people who brought you the child predator. How did I do?
Did you do?
I don't know. That's really thick. My armature is might be the wrong scale slightly.
You know, yours good for scale.
What?
Thingies.
Oh. I mean, yes, theoretically, if I had an image I was working off of. I don't know. I mean, Ridley Scott was back for was it Covenant? No. Yeah, Covenant. I'm sure the fact that it's a full-on alien movie will mean it's got some cool looking aliens, but whether or not it's we're gonna go ham. I don't know why. Covenant did have some pretty cool aliens in it. I like the face huggers, the new ones. From Covenant, I thought those were well done, and the little suit. I would be more surprised if they didn't have the that loader suit at some point. During a show like that. Like that just, it feels like the kind of fan service they would have to do. I guess it depends on how many episodes they get too.
Canceled after one season, like everything else.
I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't feel like I would plan on more than one season, something like that. Like, I don't think I saw the video of them just scooting their face huggers around. Was that from oh yeah, that was the face huggers from the newest one. Aliens versus teenagers in space. I think, if I remember right, anyway. I do feel like those face huggers were less inventive than the ones from Covenant. Like the monkey looking little like proto-alien chest burster thingy.
Yeah. Gratifying chestnuts. No gratifying chestnuts.
Gratifying chestnuts. I like it. Gratifying D's nuts. But yeah, those weird little like the small version of the alien between or I guess that was kind of the no, they had face huggers too. Now I'm confused. Gotta watch some of those again or look up what the aliens look like. Because one of them had cool face huggers. Did they go practical in Romulus? I mean, I know they did. Definitely some of it was practical, but there was a reasonable amount of CG Augment 2. The face huggers with literally the worst aim in the franchise. They had a lower completion rate hitting a mouth than my wife does at dinner time.
Rude.
Where's the lie? Where is the lie?
No lie detected.
I think I've seen you get food literally every place but your mouth.
I mean, probably.
I mean, I would definitely believe there were practical versions. I remember specifically a couple of scenes that were decidedly not practical. Which, I mean, that's just a thing. That they want to do some very cinematic shots. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, budgets are a thing, but also just there's some stuff that you really can't. I mean, I don't want to say you couldn't film it practically. But you know, there's a lot of stuff that gets done for like let's plan on like a Skeletor. Laugh. Kick his head back a little bit. Yeah, well, yeah, it'd be expensive and it'd be like probably not as good for like IMAX and stuff like that. Because I know they do want to make sure that they have room for that kind of enhanced theater going experience. Because, you know, there is a significant chunk of change to be made from that. You can always kind of tell when they're really wanting the aliens to jump out right towards camera. I do enjoy a chest burster puppet. I do I kind of miss some of the old effects that were like the really simple wire puppets. There's some charming jank to some of that. some decent trap lordness. You know, busy day already. He won't be able to turn his neck. Well, yeah, that's the He-Man way. Abdominals. Yeah, I haven't decided exactly how I want his cloak to go. Part of me wants to give him like a big, full, like, big hood area. So that I can really show off the like floating head. That's kind of where I'm leaning. I mean, but yeah, I think kind of leaning like the big open hood, not like the hooded Cobra Commander version. But there's another part of me that sort of likes the OG. Yeah, like I'll have some nice drapery going on, which will be good. It'll give me extra space to show. No, I don't think it would actually, because I can make this work visually without having that much depth. Actually having to be there. Because it'll still look open even if I keep it fairly shallow. Now, the thing that I'm kind of thinking about is the some like the old toy had a hood that very much kind of mirrored the shape of He-Man's hair, which makes me laugh. So part of me wants to put that shape hood in, but I do think this is going to look cooler. And more sort of, you know, Grim Reaper-y. I was also looking at, when I was thinking about how I wanted to change up Skeletor. I was looking at some like ridiculously um like huge jawed skeletons and stuff. Like just the most, or not skeleton, like the most Chadley looking skulls possible. Um Actually, if I send you a thing, can you put it up in the...
Maybe.
Okay. So I actually found some good pictures from a place that does like resin skulls and stuff like that. Really good ones called bone clones, and they had a skull with acromegaly, and it looks the way you would sort of expect a super redonkulous, like He-Man style. And to look. So I did consider doing that. But I think I'm gonna go with more like distressed, kind of starting to rot a little bit skull. Because I really like some of the early Skeletor comics where they sort of simplified the teeth into these weird, like, just jaggedy areas. Which I think looks really cool. Yes. Bone Clones is pretty great. I think I had way back in the day when you could order like catalogs and stuff. I got a subscription to the Bone Clones, just catalogs. And it was really handy for just like reference. But now we can do all that stuff like sort of paperless, you know, which is also nice. Yeah, like I really did like that idea for a while. I just like this one better. I mean, basically, like everything about the He-Man world just being the most roided version. If I wanted to do like if I wanted to do a silly version, that's definitely how I would go. think. I mean, the roided out He-Man from the fridge is classic. I don't think anything's gonna top that one. I mean, Roid Slime's fun too, but the He-Man based on Big Lenny that is my kind of really dumb. I actually saw another. I did not catch the name, but there was a video on YouTube of a bunch of just bodybuilders that have awkward awkward proportions, but also hit the juice super hard. There was a guy that they showed briefly that had the longest arms and torso. Well, there is Synthol, but Synthol is funny, but it doesn't feel very He-Manly to me. Like there might be a place for it if I was gonna do. I'm trying to think if there was like some kind of a like swamp monster amalgam type creature in any of the like kind of extended MOTU stuff. Synthol He-Man could be funny, but I'm not feeling it for this project anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look up the one dude, because his proportions were so weird. Very sort of like ape-like, with the really long torso and really short legs. And some there could definitely be some Beastman potential in there. I was also looking at the artist that I follow on Instagram. His Instagram tag is Marsh Pit Crow, I believe. I forget what his actual name was, but he had some cool like I mean, yeah, I could do that. I could definitely could definitely do that with this guy. I mean, that would work with any like flowing road figure. But yeah, I dig the way he does some very skull-like things. They're not like the anatomy is not. Hey, McSalty, how's things?
Oh.
Just in time for the sculpt to start looking like a thing a bit. Although from that angle, it kind of looked like a monkey. But, oh, we're doing okay.
Busy.
Very busy. Tempting not to lose our minds ahead of comic Fan Expo.
Yeah, I'm like trying to get a bunch of stuff done. I'm like, hey, let's make a whole new design. Yay.
Yeah.
Smart, right? Right. Sounds like something I do.
Yeah. It is. Let's see. But yeah, I do enjoy the way Marsh Pit Crow's skulls are gloriously unburdened by anatomy. Just kind of whatever parts wherever whatever looks good kind of thing. I think I kind of dig that idea for Skeletor. It's like he's definitely a skull face dude, but he doesn't necessarily have to be like a exactly human skull. He does have some. I mean, he's got a bunch of cool sculpts. Yeah, there's a certain like style too, where just everything has these like very kind of flowy. There's like a sort of rhythmic nature to his mark making that I enjoy. Kind of like a very much organic version of the old like rat fink thing where just the mark making is there for its own purposes. We will definitely see how much, if any, of this sculpting from today makes it into like the final cut. Been a long day already. I'm just throwing mini bowls all day. Get rid of it for now. Some of this down. Does he have a really fun Shoggoth? I don't remember that one off the top of my head. Shoot. Oh, my lump of clay. Bright green. Huh. I don't recall his much of anything being very bright colors. Seem quite fond of like the black wash thing to bring out the detail in most of his sculpts. Oh. Stuff some of this. So this is what I was talking about with areas like looking nice and hollow without actually having to be that deep. I can get a good sense of sort of depth. I should really ask McSalty how to do that sort of thing.
That sort of thing?
How to get more apparent visual depth where there just isn't any.
Sweet.
Oh,
I don't know how bad that is.
I don't. Yeah, the paint helps. You can do a lot with texture too. In old relief sculptures, a lot of times they would make the bits that were supposed to be sort of sticking out forward quite highly polished, and then leave a lot of like tool marky texture type stuff on the bits that they wanted to recede, and that's actually very effective. Hello, Sea Doodle. Skeletor Day.
Woohoo.
I think I do want to make sure that I save it here.
Something I'm relatively happy with.
We're doing pretty good, Sea Doodle. Getting right down to the wire on the whole Fan Expo thing, so you know, try not to go nuts. But yeah, busy, but it's good.
This is what I've got so far.
Okay, let's see.
So I'm thinking the body of the mug will be that mud crack kind of effect.
Okay.
And then
Oof, I feel like
I
that's,
haven't decided what else I want to put on it.
okay. I feel like that's a lot.
It is. Yeah. Finally. I've been meaning to do a calcifer forever, but I just hadn't. Like, I don't think I have any better excuse than that. I just hadn't.
Well, you take a lot of you like a lot of pre-preparation.
I do.
When you start a
need
project, you want to know exactly how you think that's going to go down, which is fun and frustrating to watch at the same time.
I'm sure.
Like, I don't know if it's frustrating for you.
Oh, nice. That's a good one. I like that one.
I don't know if it's frustrating for you to watch me just like, fuck it, we'll do it live every project.
It is a bit. I think doing the castle would be cool too, but that's a lot. That's
You
never
know,
gonna. I'm not.
okay,
I'm not gonna
you could actually reduce down the amount of detail on that castle significantly.
Yeah. You should sculpt one.
I mean, for like just for giggles though, right?
Oh. I imagine that would be hard to turn into a. Yeah.
Well, the molding process would
Yeah.
just be ungodly.
Okay, let me put your. Where'd my skull go? Shoot.
I mean, it's all good.
Nice and
We have been discussing collaborating on a like a more tiki style tiki mug. If for no other reason than my wife's hands
Yes.
bother her a bit. So pushing around the monster clay is physically kind of demanding for her, so you know, do the design and I'll get at least most of the sculpt done, and then she can detail it to her heart's content, and lo and behold, a mere 25 years later we'll have a finished piece. Yeah, we had discussed some Star Trek-ly inspirations and also some more oceanographic things, like a Fiji mermaid type something, but in a much cleaner style than my usual. I can already see some things that are displeasing me about silhouette on this. I very much enjoy doing a collaborative thing with my wife. She adds, we've done a few things where I've done painting and she adds some graphics stuff to make it like a an old-fashioned pulp cover type illustration, and it's always super effective. I think I don't know if that necessarily counts as a collab, but still one of the favorite things that's ever been made was the 3 werewolf mug moon. I don't remember how that. Did you just do that, or did I ask you to do that?
I feel like it was your idea, or maybe
some combination of the two.
I don't remember.
I don't know. It amuses me to an extent that is wholly unnecessary.
Something Strange has just secured a sponsorship and a huge new venue. Stay tuned, but mark January 17th. Interesting.
Oh, I'm hoping to be dead by January. Waiting for the sweet release of death.
I just keep thinking like one more week and then things will calm down. I know it's not true.
Yeah.
But
I guess if you can't lie to yourself, who can you lie to? How the hell are you gonna lie to anybody else? What? I mean, some meme versions of things could be a thing. I was kind of wanting to do monster pinups, like just quick and dirty, fairly obvious Photoshop jobs. Yes. I mean, we've done a couple of them for Instagram purposes, just for like the pure giggles of it. So at some point, I guess a couple of weeks, maybe a month now ago, I learned that there was an old publication of some variety from the, I want to say around 40s by the look. I have no idea when it may have started. It seemed to be kind of a GI targeted kind of thing, kind of deal, but it was called Yank. Aww. Sea Doodle's got all the windows open. Or maybe not. It's like Bart with the Lisa's tub of tiny people. Oops, my finger slipped. Oops, my finger slipped.
Mm.
Oh, good God. Yep, it's definitely been a day already. All right. Oh. I had a tablet for a while. They're good fun. They were sort of delicate back in the day. Ooh, enjoy your dinner, Sea Doodle. We had pizza just before the show. Oof, nope, this is too wide. I'm gonna fix this. And we poke straight through again. It was Little Caesars.
Cheapest of PB pizza.
I mean, it's not the cheapest of the cheap, is it?
It's pretty cheap.
It's pretty, yeah. It's an economical pizza. I can definitely get down with the Little Caesars. I find a lot of Canada pizza very unusual. There's a different sort of breadier flavor and texture to the crust often. Exclusive Mountain Dew. I don't believe that I did try the exclusive Mountain Dew. I did try their pineapple Pepsi when it was a thing that they had only at Sleezer's. It was that was a disappointment. because that was literally just pineapple soda in a can labeled Pepsi. Like, yeah, if you can get a hold of any. If not, don't worry about it. We're here to. I'm still drinking the Rocket Pop version that you brought. That stuff is quite refreshing when you're in the mood for it. The Rocket Pop one was not bad at all. Okay, like the shape of this head is gonna annoy me, I am sure. We should when you are up visiting, we should make it a point to hit the some of the dollar stores up here have some crazy soda options. It's actually kind of wild. I don't know if it's just like a smaller market kind of thing up here in Canada, where just, you know, smaller vendors can have stuff in stores. They don't, you know, you don't have the Coke and Pepsi is the only game ever. But I have seen some stuff here. Yeah, soda tastings are good fun. Also, slushy tastings, because they have wholly different slushy flavors. Like, I don't think they're actually. We could try that. Did you hear there's going to be a new Baja Blast? Apparently, I forget what they called it. It's it may or may not be in Canada too, but it's going to be only at Taco Bellies, at least for the start. Let's say it's dragon fruit flavored, which kind of doesn't make sense. $4-liter. Ooh. Now I want to find a 4-liter soda. I could totally.
You would find a 4-liter soda, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, they don't have 4-liters anymore. I've seen some of the. We used to have slightly larger, like a 3-liter. Yeah, I can drink an inordinate amount of soda, and have done on occasion. It was kind of weird. It was only the like the store brands and like maybe Fago used to occasionally package up a 3 liter. Now I'm just trying to think what a 4 liter of soda would even like. What is the form factor on that? Is it just like extra crazy tall, or is it kind of milk jug gallon wide? You could just with the dispenser thing, that would be such a bad idea. That would just crack that thing open. It would just squirt everywhere. Just an amphora of cola. They need to bring back the bring back the bladder for beverages. Like just a giant bag of soda. I don't even know what that would like. The carbonation would be a whole thing. It would just be a balloon. Yeah, kind of like a Camelback thing, or like the box wine. Tried putting some soda in my my one water bottle. It's kind of it's the type that has like the little flip up nozzle that you kind of suck out of instead of like a pouring kind of water bottle, and the straw goes all the way down to the bottom. And it does a great job of keeping water very cold. However, if you put anything carbonated in it, it becomes a pressurized vessel, and yeah, it basically does that. And it has nothing to do with bumpiness either, because soda will just if it's not in a pressurized the carbon dioxide has a certain pressure at which it stays dissolved, right? So it will build up to whatever pressure that happens to be until there's not enough dissolved carbon dioxide. So this thing just shot a fountain of soda probably 2 feet high. There wasn't anything you could do to stop it, because the straw is at the like the straw thing is internal and it attaches to the mouthpiece, but it runs down to the bottom. So it's got a pressurized air gap at the top. I mean, bad idea, good idea, hilarious. It's a good way to break in the water bottle thing. Felt very on brand for me. The worst part is, if I had considered what I was doing for even the shortest period of time, I would have known exactly what that was going to do. Because as soon as I opened it up, it's not like I was like, why is it doing this? It's like, oh, wait a minute. This was really dumb. I don't know how to fix this. Yeah, half asleep could have had something to do with with my error in judgment as well. Hard to say. I mean, you said morning, so that's a new unnatural hour. Okay. I'm gonna build up these beefy shoulders. Speaking of unnatural hour, time has really gotten away from me somewhat on this one. Only 15 minutes left. Stream time. One thing I want to do before. That is my max mug height for the kiln. It's also a pretty good way of keeping my molds reasonable. Obviously, if I'm not careful, the plaster molds can get pretty out of hand pretty fast. And it is very easy to sort of make things just a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger. They do get heavy. Well, I wouldn't say like they're terribly heavy. Like if you're doing a big plaster mold, you know, especially a fairly thicker one for a larger like latex mask or something, those get reasonably heavy. But the plaster mug molds, I feel like they are an unfortunate size. Yeah, and that was only a half mask. That that thing can get reasonably weighty. But yeah, there's something about like if you have a 40 or 50 pound mold kind of thing, it's still like manageable, but pretty heavy. So you'll kind of respect that weight. The mug molds, on the other hand, they're, you know, when they're full of clay slip, they might be in the just sub 20-pound range, which is super manageable, but it's enough to kind of mess your wrists and hands and stuff up because you just don't respect the weight. Or at least I didn't. I mean, I still don't, but you know, I try and behave myself a bit better. I'm putting a little bit of water on my glass palette, so I want to raise the height up to make room for more abs and muscles. And if I put just a little bit of water down, the clay generally doesn't stick to the glass. Like, it doesn't really stick too bad anyway, but okay, that's about the right height. Oh, you're really gonna be that way, aren't you? Okay, good. Yeah, I saw a few of a couple of those. I think they've been doing them every couple of weeks or so. Ish, roughly. I imagine that will sort of start to taper off a little bit as the Halloween season approaches more and more. You know, September is like just an insanely busy time for us. I did watch, I watched part of one. He was working on a, hello, Johnny X Johnny. How are you doing? Nice. I was just showing off the inadequacy of my armatures earlier in the stream today. I don't tend to plan much with my sculpts, so I use a one arm bigger than the other. I mean, it's armatures can be really difficult, especially when you're working at a smaller scale, because when you're, if you're like bending the wire and things like that, even just like the thickness of the wire where you bend it, can put you off enough to be noticeable. Depending on how you armature, it might not be a big deal. I know a lot of people like very carefully measure their armatures and things. Ooh. Are you working with a polymer clay, Johnny? Yeah. Because even like 14 gauge is pretty thin. Oh, plasticine. Okay. Yeah, I've tried aluminum wire. Is pretty good, but it does soften ever so slightly under the heat. So at least you won't have that problem with plasticine. Johnny, I cannot remember where I picked this up, but somebody on one of the forums turned me on to a really inexpensive source of pretty decent armature wire. If you go to the hardware store and get the aluminum like ground cable, I'm pretty sure is what it's primarily used for. It's real thick. It's like inch or so thick cable, but it's something like a dozen strands. No, I don't think it's for electric fencing. It's for when you put the main power in for a house, you need a big heavy ground cable, and I think they use aluminum because it's not it doesn't corrode well. But you'll have to get them to cut it for you. You can get like 3 or 4 feet. It's a couple bucks, $5 a square foot or something, or $5 a foot or something like that. But it's got 10 or 12 good thick, I would say maybe 10 gauge ish equivalent strands of nice, relatively soft aluminum wire, and you just cut the casing off and it's just packed in full. The only downside is it's got like the wires get compressed a little bit when they smush them into the rounds. Yeah, fine gauge aluminum can tend to get kind of brittle, and I'm sure this stuff would if you bent it a few times. But I've used the stuff that I've used, I didn't have a problem with brittleness any more than you would with like artist type armature wire. There's a small chance that it might get a little bit, not really super sharp, but kind of a little rough on the edges and spots, just because of the way the wires lay over each other when they get kind of smooshed into the one big cable. They sort of have like a octagon-y pattern. But yeah, the stuff I got was pretty reasonably soft. Bent pretty good. Yeah, it's good for like your main armature, and you can wrap little thinner bits around it. I want to say it was ground line cable, but if you go to any of the like box hardware stores and go to where they sell electrical wire on the big spools that you have to get them to cut for you, look for stranded aluminum wire, the biggest, thickest one they got. Just don't get it more than, I don't know, maybe 3 or 5 feet, because you gotta like split the wire and pull it apart. But yeah, it wasn't bad. Way less than a spool of the stuff they sell at the art store, and it worked a lot better, at least for my purposes, when I was using it for polymer clay. Nice. That's not bad. Last time I priced any armature wire like that was labeled as armature wire, it was $25 for like the tiniest little roll of like 16 gauge wire. I mean, it really is. Forget
Someone else hear that?
it's 10 o'clock. Time to throw the switchy. Yeah, there was a, what do they call it, the craft tax or the hobby tax. Yeah, I make the majority of my tools myself. The cheap is nice, but the ability to make them the exact size and characteristics that you want is huge. I super recommend these. They are cast off bristles from street sweepers. You kind of find them kicking around on the ground.
Stand for the water.
I probably should pack it in for the night. It is time. Oh yeah, the soft polymer tips. Those are nice. They are not not that easy to make on your own. If you ever start making silicone molds or anything, you can cast up some little ones with extra bits that you have. It's just really hard to get them stuck to handles. But yeah. Anyway, it is 10 o'clock. Time for us to end the stream. It is MOTU adjacent and legally distinct. See you guys around. Thanks for dropping into the stream. Sorry you didn't get a lot of stream, Johnny.
We'll be back on
We will be back
Thursday,
on Thursday.
but next week we will be off.
Yes. Yes.
We have a show next week.
Next week is Fan Expo. Oh no.
Cheers, guys. Later.
Have a good night. Night, McSalty.